is Mr. Saeed teacher. Today, inshallah, we're talking about a new lesson. Okay, so please open page 308. Okay, our lesson today about lesson 3 in Skills Handbook, part 1. How do scientists answer questions? How do scientists answer questions? You know that we have to follow this lesson. Okay, in this page we have an activity that showing you how can a model help answer questions. To understand this activity, please check this video with me and listen carefully to the video. That will helping you too much to understand the activity. Just a second.
Models can help answer questions, but there are limitations. Observe. The length of this finger is 62 millimeters. The height is 15 millimeters. Let's measure our model. The length of the finger on our model is 64 millimeters. The height is 0.
Okay, here this video showing you how is the model helping you to answer a question. What is the question here? The question is, what is your finger's length and height? Okay, first you have to spread and put your finger on a white paper. Then by using a ruler, measure the length and the height of your fingers. They record the results as we saw here in the video.
Models can help answer questions, but there are limitations.
Okay, I will tell you what is the meaning of limitation, or what does it mean by limitation. Limitation, it means when you compare the measurements of your finger in real and the measurements of your finger in the model, you will not find the results same. You will not find the results are being same. Okay, as we will see now.
Observe. The length of this finger is 62 millimeters.
Okay.
The height is 15 millimeters.
The length.
Let's measure our model.
The length of your finger in real is 62 millimeter, and while the height of your finger in real is 15 millimeter. When you draw or when you tracing your hand like this on the paper,
the length of the finger on our model is 64 millimeters.
Exactly. The length of your finger in the model is 64. So the length of your finger in the real and in the model are nearly same. They are nearly same, but the height here is not same. Why? Because there is no height for your fingers in the model. Why? Because the model is a flat on the paper. You're drawing the model in the white paper. So when you measure the height, you will find the height is 0.
The height is 0.
Exactly. That is the meaning of limitation. That is the meaning of when you use the model to answer a question, its limitation or limited. That is mean is not same in all cases. Okay, so here you have the materials which are metric ruler and white paper, and the steps. Number one is breathe out paper, as we saw in the video. Measure the length of the longest finger, then measure its height. They record the results. The length and the height here for the finger is 62 and 15. Then make a model by tracing your hand. Then measure the length of the longest finger, the same finger on your model. Okay, then measure its height. Then record. Okay, record the results. You will find the length nearly same like the length in the reel before you make a model. Okay, and the height is not same. Why? Because use models to help them answer questions, but models have limitations. Okay, how models have limitations? Does your model account for all your observations of your real finger? Actually no. Actually no, the model doesn't account for all your observations of your real finger. Why? The answer is no. Why? Because although both are about the same length in the real and in the model are same length, but the model is flat. But the height of my finger is about 15. The height in the model is 0, while the height in of my finger is not 0, is 15 millimeters. Okay, in the next page, we're talking about kinds of investigations. I said before, you have to ask the questions in the beginning, okay? And after you asking a question, you have to answer this question by doing what? By doing investigation. And we said before, investigation, it means what? It means looking for answers. But do all investigations are same? Of course not. Let us see. Kinds of investigations, scientists are like detectives. They investigate. Why I'm saying scientists are detectives? Because they are looking for answers for their answer using organized steps. When you're doing the investigation, you have to follow scientific methods or organized steps. Different questions require different kinds of investigations. So I said not all investigations are same because not all questions are same. Sometimes you asking questions about animals, sometimes about plants or human or space or earth. Okay, so each type of question or each kind of question needs a kind of investigation. So not all investigations are same. So let we see what are the kinds of investigation. Here in the second paragraph, some investigations involve observing and describing things or events. The first type of investigations is just when you describe whatever surrounding you, or when you describe an event, or when you observe something, you doing here investigation. Okay, just when you describe something, when you describe an event, when you describe this disaster or something that happening around you, you investigation. Another type of investigation might involve collecting samples or building models, like the model that we did in the previous activity. The model helping us to compare between the length of your finger, the length and height of your finger in real, and the length and height of your finger if you placing your hand on a paper by doing a model. Okay, investigation can be any organized way of looking for answers. Okay, the investigation, when you making investigation, you have to follow organized way. Without organized way, you are not making investigation. Okay, an experiment is an investigation, another type of okay, why? Because it carried out under carefully controlled conditions. A scientist might do an experiment to find out if a new medicine works better than an old medicine. This is an example. If you are a pharmacist and you want to use a new medicine, you have to check first, you have to test first the medicine before you use it, before you give it to a patient. Okay, so you have to check this medicine to check if it's suitable for your body, suitable for your health, it's harmful. You have to check it by doing what? By doing investigation, and the investigation should be here by doing experiments. Okay, so here investigation is very very important, but by doing experiment or test. Okay, so I think that is enough today. I hope that you understand this lesson and these 2 pages. Okay, I think this is very, very easy part. So please study the next video.